Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you'll need a mat, which you should lay out now, and some water for hydration. We're going to do a body weight workout, working on our core and beyond. So this is going to be a very core-centric. The core is more than just the front of your abdomen. It is the sides, the front and the back, as well as through the hip area. Let's get warmed up. Bring your feet nice and wide apart. Inhale, reach up. One hand reaches up, push your hips forward. Open your chest, squat down, lift up and roll the shoulders back. Reach up, left hand, open your chest, squat down, lift up and roll the shoulders. Stretch up right, open the chest, squat down, lift up, roll both shoulders. Left hand reaches up, open through your chest. Squat down, lift up, and roll the shoulders. Now squat, down and up. Today's class is going to be a lot of fun. You need that chair, don't forget, as well as your mat, and some water for hydration. Give me 2 more squats. Now reach up tall, alternating reach overhead. Tap the toe, and reach up tall. 4, 3, 2, reach across, swivel the feet, rotate through your hips, keep your chest lifted, proud chest, thumb up, shoulders down and back, finding that brace through your core muscles. 4, so you're tightening all the muscles around the midsection so you feel a sort of a tightness there. That's called a brace. 3, 2, reach for your knees. Shift your weight side to side, sitting back. Reach a little lower. 4, 2, and hold to the right. Sit back. Lift up and pull your elbows back. Sit right back and lift up. One more time. Rotate round. Press your heel to the floor to engage a stretch through your calf and lower leg. Now lift the heel up, lift the body upright, bend both knees. You might need to step back a little further. Bend both knees, feel that stretch. Press the heel and bend the knees. Press the heel, stretching the calf, then open the front of the hip. 2 very valuable stretches in a warm-up. Press and bend. Open to the front, turn your heels in, turn your toes out, squat down, press your knees back to stretch through your groin. Drop your right shoulder down, look over your left. Other side. Good, do it again. Press and press. Come to the center, open the knees, squat a little lower, bring your toes forward, lift up, roll your shoulders, shift your weight side to side. Let's go. Shift. Hinge at the hip, reach down towards the inside of your knees. 4, 3, 2, hold to the left, sink down and lift up. Pull your elbows back and open your chest. As you bend down, you'll feel a stretch through your right inner thigh. 1 more. Rotate round. Press your heel to the floor. Feel that stretch through your lower leg and calf. Now lift the heel up, lift the body upright, bend down and open through the front of your hip. Lift your chest. Now let's combine those 2 stretches. Press the heel and bend the knee. Press and bend. We're almost through our warm-up. And bend, press and bend. Open to the front, press the knees open, drop your left shoulder down, look up over the right. Other side. And one more time, each side. Come to the center, open the knees, toes straight ahead, lift up and roll your shoulders. We are warmed up and ready to go. We're going to start with some standing core work, then we'll be using our chair. So keep your chair handy. Just starting my timer. We'll do each move for a full 60 seconds. So pace yourself, take a break if you need to, and just work at your own pace. Let's come into a wide stance with your toes slightly turned out at 10 and 2 if you were standing on a clock. We're going to do a sumo squat with an alternating overhead reach. Now the overhead reach is optional. Lengthen the spine. Let's go. Let's just do the squat first and come up. Sit back and come up. Now reach your right hand up as you squat down. Good. Now the left. Reach right up, thumb points back, palm of your hand faces in. Sit right back. Keep your chest facing forward. You're going to feel that not only in your legs, but also in the back of your body, in your core. Reach up. Great one for posture, strengthening the whole body. Your left hand is on the thigh as you reach up with the right and vice versa, giving you some support as you hinge forward slightly. Sit right back. Open the knees to the side. One more each side. Here's the last one. Come up. Shake out your legs a little. Shake out your shoulders. Stand on your right leg. Kickstand the left leg. So you've got most of your weight, about 80% of your weight, on the right leg. Chest up, hinge at the hip and lift up. Now this works your hamstring, the back of your thigh, and your gluteal muscle. But it also works the whole of the core. You've got to brace your abdominals. To make it more challenging, bring your hands across your chest to your opposite shoulder. Hinge at the hip and lift up tall. You can keep your hands on your thigh to make it easier. Here like this, or for that challenge, hands come to the opposite shoulder. Sit back through the hips. Dig your right heel into the floor to come up. Brace your abdominals so you feel your abdominals are bracing. Sit back. Good. Do it again. Almost there. Good. Keep that right knee slightly bent and lift up. One more time. Hinge and lift up. Shake out that leg a little bit. Let's come back to that alternating overhead sumo squat. Feet are at 10 and 2. Long spine. Wrap your abdominals around the midsection and brace. Let's go. Sit back and reach up. Other side. Reach up as you sit back. Good. I want you to dig your heels into the floor to come up. Sit right back. Keep your chest facing forward. Brace through your core. As you reach up with the left hand, the right hand is on the thigh to give you some support. Sit right back. Knees align with the toes. Toes are slightly turned out, so the knees turn out. You're going to develop some mobility through your inner thigh muscles, through the hips. Very important. And come up. Whew. Okay, we've got that hinge on the left leg. Stand with 80% of your weight on the left leg, 20 on the right. Press your heel into the floor slightly. Lift up. Brace your abdominals. Wrap those abdominals around. Hinge at the hip and lift up. So feel your abdominals bracing. That's a big part of the whole idea with this class, is that you're using your abdominals to stabilize and support the spine. Hinge at the hip. Now you can leave your hands on your thighs, or for more challenge, bring the hands up to the opposite shoulder. Sitting right back, lifting all the way up. dig your heel into the floor. You'll feel the back of your thigh, your hamstring, and the gluteal muscle, your bottom. Come up tall in between. Make sure your left knee is bending as you hinge forward. One more time. You made it through your first set. If you're thirsty, grab a quick sip of water because we're going to move into another standing sequence. Have your chair handy. I'm going to just move mine to the end of my mat here. We're going to use the chair in this sequence. We'll start with a side lunge to the right. Stand with your feet close together. Lengthen, brace, shoulders down, lunge to the right. And step in. And again, lunge to the right and step in. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. That's really important. So feet are parallel. Bring your hands behind your back and hinge forward at the hip for more challenge. Or you can keep your hands on your thighs to make it a little easier, giving you some support for your back. Or hands behind the back and brace your core. Take a big step out and step back. Hinge at the hip. Shoulders are pulled down and back. Push off from that right foot. Push off. One more time. Good. Now come take a seat in your chair. Sit on the front third of your chair with your feet shoulder distance apart. Bring your hands onto the knees. Lift your chest up. Hinge forward at the hips as you bring the hands up close to the sides of the ears, and then in a Y. I. Join with me now. Y. Thumbs are pointing back. I hinge forward and hinge forward into a Y. Come up right in between. Y. Try not to drive your chin forward when you hinge forward so that you're not pushing your head out of alignment. Keep the head lined up with the rest of your spine. As you hinge forward, press back through your upper back muscles. Press the thumbs back. Chest open and come down. Come up. Roll your shoulders. Let's do the side lunge to the other side. I'm just going to move my chair so I have some space. You can do the same if you need to. Make sure you've got space to the left. Hands on the thighs, chest up, brace your core. Let's go. Side lunge and step in. Now you can keep your hands on your thighs as you hinge forward at the hips into that side lunge. You can give your back lots of support on your hands, or bring your hands behind your back and use your abdominals to support the spine. So either is fine. Just find your way with it. See what works for you today. Keep your feet so that they're pointing straight ahead. That's really important. Hinge at the hip. So you're making a hand sandwich as you bend forward. The hips bend, but the spine stays long and straight, or neutral really. Take a big step out and step in. Last one. Let's sit back down on our chair. Slightly different, but similar in idea. A T and a W. Sit on the front third of your chair, sit tall, hinge forward, hands come up. T, lift up, now a W as you hinge. Elbows back. T, squeeze between your shoulder blades, thumbs up. W, thumbs back. Good. T, hinge, squeeze between your shoulder blades, open your chest. T, pull right back, W, T, pull back. This is going to work your shoulders as well as the back muscles. T, right back, and W. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Very good. Whew, okay. Time for some water if you're thirsty. We've got one more standing sequence. I'm going to move my chair forward so I have some space behind me. We're going to do a rear lunge. You can hold onto your chair or you can bring your hands onto your hips. Have your feet about hip distance apart so you're in a narrow stance. Chest up, core brace, lunge your left leg back and step in. Now you can keep one hand on the chair because the rear lunge challenges your balance, so feel free to keep one hand on the chair. Bend both knees, sink down and lift up. Now bring your hands so the palms of your hands facing up, unless you're holding onto the chair. Pull your shoulder blades together. Step back and step in. Keep pressing your hands back as if you're pressing your hands against a wall. Lunge back onto the ball of your foot and then step forward. Keep the palms of your hands facing forward. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Thumbs up. One more. Now bring your chair onto your mat. This is a bear. It's directly for the core. Bring your hands onto the sides of your chair. Bring your shoulders over your hands. Walk your feet back. Keep your shoulders over your hands and bend your knees. We're doing it right now. Keep your shoulders directly over your hands. Hands down the sides of the chair. That takes a little of the stress off your wrists. But this works your wrists quite strongly, so take a break if you need to. Walk your feet in and lift up. Let's try that again. Bend your knees, come into a squat. Bring your shoulders over your hands, walk your feet back onto the balls of your feet in a little bit of a bear position. It's called a bear. Brace and breathe. Brace your core and breathe. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Lift up. Okay, roll your shoulders back. Let's go into that rear lunge. I'm going to move my chair so you can use your chair. We're going to do the other leg. So I'm going to move my chair a little bit more. Here we go. Lunge your right leg back and step in. Now, here's your basic movement. Hands are on the one hip and on the chair, or both hands on the hips. Keep your feet hip distance apart, or bring your hands so the palms of your hand face forward and squeeze between your shoulder blades. Keep your chest facing forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Sink down and lift up. Press the hands back. You can feel the muscles between your shoulder blades in your upper back working. This is great for your posture. Sink down and lift up. You're almost there. 2 more. Lunge and come up. 1 more. Lunge, come up. Let's do another bear. I'm going to bring my chair to the other side. You can do it on the same side, it doesn't really matter. This will just be easier on your neck if you change sides. If you're watching me, bring your hands onto the chair. Bring your shoulders over your hands. Walk your feet back into a bear position. Knees are bent, chest is open, your core is braced. Hold that. Walk in, lift up. Let's repeat it. Roll your wrists, squat down, hands onto the chair, shoulders over the hands, walk back, and brace your core. Now keep your breath moving. This is an isometric exercise. Your muscles are contracting without movement. So it's very important that you breathe. You got 10 seconds. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, come up. Lift up, roll your wrists. We are heading to the mat. So move your chair to the end of your mat and come down onto your knees. Come down onto your side. And then roll onto your back. Getting ready for a bridge. Palms of your hands face up, shoulders roll down and back, feet are close to your bottom. Flex your ankles, dig your heels into the floor, drive your hips up. Hips up and down. Lift high and lower. Now we're starting with a bridge. This works and strengthens your gluteals. Can you feel it there? Right here in your bottom. Shoulders down and back, palms face up so that you're rolling your shoulders back. Once you've seen it, look up at the ceiling so that you can relax your neck. Drive up through the hips. Dig your heels into the floor and flex your ankles. Hips as high as you can get them. Drive them right up. One more. Good. Roll onto your side and come up. Have your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Bring your feet back behind you in an L. We're going to do a side bridge. And this is directly working on the core and the side of the hip as well as the shoulder. Lift the hips up. Hold here. Now keep your breath moving. If you want to make this more challenging, you can stretch out that top leg and reach the hands straight up. Keep your spine long and make sure your shoulder is directly over your elbow. Glance down and see that your elbow is straight underneath your shoulder. Reach out through your fingertips, press out through your heel. Keep your chest open. You're so close, 15 more seconds. Another isometric movement, so breathe. Very important that you breathe. This works and strengthens the side of the core. Can you feel it right here? And the side of the hip, and come down. Okay, bird dog. Come onto your mat in all fours. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. Knees directly underneath your hips. Opposite arm stretches out to the leg. Opposite arm and leg. Stretch out and bring it back. Stretch away and bring it back. Lift the leg up approximately level with the torso. Stretch away and bring it back. Keep your head lined up with the rest of your spine. Stretch to opposite ends of the room. Don't think of lifting, think of stretching. No movement in the torso. Keep your abdominals locked in place. Good, come down. Let's go to the other side for the side bridge. First of all, Place your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. That's super important. Press the shoulder down away from the ear and bring your feet behind you like an L shape. Stack your hips and stack your shoulders and lift your hips. Now you can stay here like this and come down anytime you need to, or you can take this challenge, stretch the leg out. Take the hand and reach straight up. Lengthen through your spine and breathe. So just keep breathing. That's really important that you breathe. Reach right out through your fingertips, push out through your heel, lengthen the torso. Oh, you're so close. 15 seconds, breathe. Keep breathing. 10 seconds, you're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, come down. Let's come and lie on our back and stretch. Bring your hands out to the side in a T. Palms of your hands face up. Straight out from the shoulders. Bend your knees and have your feet close to you. Roll your legs over to one side. Keep both shoulders flat. See if you can stack your feet and stack your knees. Breathe deeply into that stretch. Come up and let's go to the other side. Both shoulders flat as you lower the legs all the way down. Stack your feet and stack your knees. Keep your opposite shoulder down flat, palms of the hands face up. Oh, this is my very favorite stretch. Come up. Take a hold of your hamstring. Stretch up, circle the foot. Other side. Take a hold of the hamstring, pull it in, stretch up and circle the foot. Bend both knees. Take a hold of the shins and pull them in towards your chest to stretch out your low back. And bring your feet onto the floor, roll onto your side. And let's come up and sit in our chair. Come onto your knees. Come over to your chair. Bring your hands onto the bottom of the chair. Step one leg forward. Tuck your toe under and lift up. Bring the chair back into the center of our space. Sit down on your chair and let's open the front of your hip, rotate. Step that back leg back further so you feel an opening through the front of your hip. Place your hand on the bottom of the chair. Take your right hand and reach up. And lift up. Release that stretch. Rotate to the other side. Step back. Lower the knee towards the floor. Squeeze the glute on that side. Hand on the bottom of the chair. Take your left hand and reach up. Stretch all the way up. And release. Come up to the front. Separate your feet. Shoulder distance. Roll your shoulders back. Place your right hand on your left knee. Left hand on the back of the chair. Lift up and rotate round. Pull yourself around. Other side. Rotate round. Good. Come back to the front. Roll your shoulders. Tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. Lift up other side. Left ear to the left shoulder. And lift up. Roll your shoulders back. Come up. Take a big deep breath in, reaching up. Exhale. Open through your chest. Open through the front of the body. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great experience on working your core in so many different positions. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I can't wait to move with you again.
Must you choose